Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Thorn Rose and we are continuing on with Mabinogi 22's journey. And I had stopped recording. I decided to split this video and we're going to continue on with our tutorial basics, doing the beginner level lesson 2, I believe. Okay, I lied. We're going to the homestead. We're going to get the strawberries first. And we're going to level up our homestead. And I think I skipped the cutscene maybe, or maybe you only get the cutscene once. I can't really remember. Actually, I probably wouldn't have skipped the cutscene because I like the cutscene. It's amusing. And then I'm going to plant some more strawberries. And just because I'm trying to continue ranking and probably going to harvest the homestead stones because those are always useful. And I should probably harvest those every day on the character. I need to start playing this character more. I think I'm actually, after the next few uploads, I'm actually going to start trying to do maybe not daily, but maybe 3 times a week videos of me playing on the character for like 15 to 40 minutes, doing quests and things. Because, as I said before in the previous video, I did bulk videos and just had them going up like clockwork. And then I had this happen where I messed up and filmed for like an hour because I wasn't paying attention. And then I'm wondering if I can get any base herbs and other things like that. And I'm looking into like how to get other items, because these are items you can actually use to train skills and things for your character. So I think what I decided to do was get the base herbs one for my character, I think is what I was debating on. I'm not completely sure. Yay, redesign homestead again. Every time I level up my homestead, I tend to rearrange it. Like the one I had previously on my Thorn Rose character, I had her like designed a specific way. I had it that way for like a year because I hadn't leveled it up. Then I leveled it up and I have so much more room. And so I get to redesign it, and I'm actually excited about that. And I'm probably actually going to start getting the parts to get some of the items that were on that list. And I'll probably do the same thing with Mew Mew 22s. Because those items are really useful. So now we're going to go to the bank. I was going to say church, but apparently we're going to go to the bank because I think we're going to grab some base herbs so I can get a couple of little base herb croppings in the game. So, or just one. We're just getting one because that's as much as we have for homestead stones. I found out the hard way, which I'm gonna tell you as we're doing this, that my character doesn't have the skill set yet. I actually have to get a specific thing before it's really worth harvesting the herbs. So I was gonna try to show you how to get this skill. And I will probably in later videos, probably either when I get bored of Generation 1 or just decide to show you what a part-time job is, because I get distracted easily, so you just get to bear with me with whatever stupidity I decide to do. It says green herbs right now because I don't have the knowledge of it being base herbs, because my character is beginner, so that's why it says green herbs, and it's going to be difficult for my character to get them, even just being the basic of the basic. Because I don't have Harvest Song, which is a skill that you get, and I'm trying to figure out why I'm not getting this particular gathering skill at this point. It's like, why am I not getting this skill? Even after I gather the herb, I didn't get the skill, which super confused me. And I go to the Unlearned. And you have like a really long list of unearned, because I think you can get onwards and upwards of like 200 skills maybe. I'm guesstimating how many skills are in the game. But yeah, I have to go do 10 part-time jobs for the healer in Dumbarton. So it's like, damn it, I just planted this crop of base herbs for nothing. Oh well, it'll come in handy later. That's my theory. And I'm sorry I keep doing ums and uhs and everything, because I go blank easily. And so, yeah. And so now we're going to continue. I think we're going to probably go to the church now and continue on with our journey. Either that or I get to look like an utter idiot trying to figure out what myself is doing. Oh, wait. Okay. I think we're doing more training instead of continuing on with the mission. Because we need to finish up doing our tutorials. Yay, tutorials. Ugh. More tutorials. Okay. So now they've reset our keys again. And so we have defense, smash, counter, and windmill, which are very useful skills. And now we're just going to go hit the ball in the middle of the room. And we're just going to use normal hit 3 times and counter 1 time. And I failed counterattack because I think I was probably hitting the wrong button. Because I tend to get buttons confused. I get confused a lot, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think it's just I probably hit F4 or F2 or I wasn't paying attention. Like, I've enraged it. Hit the button. Another thing that's kind of annoying is that it doesn't zero out your time to use the skill. So it tells you you have a second before you're able to use the skill, which means you can mess up doing the set if you don't have enough time to use it. And that's kind of annoying that they don't zero it out when you're doing these training missions, because then you can, like I said, mess up. Because I think that I've had that happen doing some of the training missions where I have to wait for that like last second to pass before I can use the skill. And we already know that this isn't going to work. Well, yeah. So they're using windmill on me at this point. And that's a skill that basically you get launched pretty far back and everything. And apparently you can use a contrast of a counterattack, maybe? Yeah. Windmill's a pretty fun skill. I need to rank it on both characters. It's kind of cool to watch your character spin around and launch characters back, but you do have, in the beginning, a very small area, and then as you expand the skill, it gets bigger. It's with any skill. As your character learns it, it gets more powerful. It's as simple as that. Sometimes it doesn't seem it, because I know with Windmill, I've been training it, and I'm really not that thrilled with it. I think I have it on like rank 7 or 8 on my Thorn Rose character, and I may be lying about that. I'll have to check later. I have it mid-rank, like mid-level ranked, and I've heard that from my fiance that when you have it at level 5-ish, or rank 5, not level 5, rank 5, that it gets really good, and then as it goes up from there, it gets really good. But I don't have it close to that quite yet, and obviously I don't have it on this character that close either. So yeah, we're just doing the basic test out your skills on this. to see what you can do. And oof. This part's kind of boring, but it's kind of interesting to see. Because see, another sucky thing about windmill is that if you have that skill loaded, you're stuck standing there. You can't move. So you're a sitting duck for your enemies to come at you. And if your enemies hit you before you can hit them with windmill, your skill unloads. It's like the magic skill or whatever. You actually have to reload the skill or choose a different skill to use on them to defend yourself. There's always just the basic hit, because the enemies aren't as slow as these dummies or zombies in some cases. They're usually a pretty decent speed. I mean, you've seen the spiders in Albi. They're not exactly slow enemies, and there are enemies that are even faster than the spiders. There are enemies that are slower as well. And then there are enemies you would think would be slower, and then they're like freakishly fast. And I think you've seen those too. Because the golems and things are like freakishly fast. Okay, now we're going on to the next session. Sorry, I just get on a tangent. So now we're just testing out this, and we're just doing hit, 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 counter, defense, hit. And I know when I was recording this, and I wish I would have gotten it, even though it would have been obnoxious, I was literally doing hit, 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 counter, defense, hit. And I was literally saying it out loud every time. But yeah, it's like, I was getting really annoying, I thought, but my fiance didn't mind. And then, of course, it didn't get recorded. I've been having, I'm still learning how to use my recording software. And so I have to figure it out, because my video didn't show up on a couple of videos, and my voice didn't show up on a couple videos, and I didn't pay attention to the time on this video because I split it in half, because I split it into two about 30-minute long videos, which, I mean, I probably shouldn't tell you, but oh well. Because I'm still learning. I need to get through all these snags and everything, and it's kind of like with the Diablo game where I keep having it crash on me, and my theory with that is because it's an older game and I have a newer computer. The technology doesn't mesh well, and I couldn't find just like a basic download on like Steam or anything like that to actually have it. If you know a site or something that is legal, where I can download Diablo 1, because I don't know if Diablo 2 is going to work or not, without it crashing and everything, you can link it below. Please do not link scam sites or anything. I will delete your comment because I don't want scams. I want legit sites and things. I might start looking and seeing if I can find a copy of Diablo on like another site, kind of like Steam or something, because I have Steam, but Blizzard doesn't really go through Steam. And so right now I'm going through more skills and everything. I was probably saying these out loud too, because that's how, when I'm doing these tutorials, I find it really easy just to like actually say it out loud, and that actually gets me in the brain to actually be able to do the technique it's trying to teach me. Will I remember it when I'm actually fighting? Maybe, maybe not. It depends. I actually don't know if I pay attention that much to actually remember it. I probably use some of the techniques in the right order, but as long as you're able to defeat the enemy, even if you're not using the techniques completely correctly, I think you're fine, as I completely failed the technique. Um, but that proves my point. If you don't use the technique fast enough in the game, such as with Windmill, because it's in the middle of a sequence, if you don't load it quick enough, the enemy will knock you back, because that's how it works. And it's a super hard one to work, because if you have to smash, hit, or smash, counter, windmill, defense, hit. In that order, and it has to be crisp. And you have to do it crisp to get it to work. And that kind of sucks. And I just decided to just fail, but then I ended up failing the other way. But yeah, you have to do bam, bam, bam. And if you don't do it right, you fail, and you have to do it 20 bajillion times. I remember, I think this was probably one of the first ones I had to do, and I think I was like literally in tears. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago. Um, and when I get frustrated sometimes, I get crying and everything, and I've probably told you guys this already. I just get it. I think I got it that time. But yeah, they just want to make sure that you can do it, which is why they make you do it several times. But you have to do it clean and crisp, and you have to do bam, bam, bam. That's my best definition of that. Oh wow, it's 4 a.m. Yeah, I recorded this at like 6:20 on the 7th, and it's the 17th. It's like 4 a.m. at this time of my recording the audio for this. My sleeping schedule has been so fucked up right now. That's why I hadn't been recording normally and just had it set up this way, because my sleeping schedule has been so messed up. And so I'm sorry about complaining about that. Um, but we're trying to actually fix it. And the hardest part of that is the staying up all night and then like half of the day or the whole day. And so I'm amped up on soda and coffee right now. I'm jittery as hell. My stomach hurts because I don't normally drink that much caffeine. I don't think I'm allergic, but it does irritate my stomach a bit. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to just continue recording. And I just looked at the time and it's like, damn, it's 4 a.m. Um, it's 10 days after I recorded this. It just everything seems so hilarious. The tutorials are boring me out of my mind. I hope that I can keep these somewhat entertaining for you guys watching, which is why I'm trying to emphasize why they're useful and everything. And like I said, comment below if you think I should just do them off camera, if you think that'd be more interesting, and just show you the storyline and like the shadow missions and everything, because I know I won't be training skills constantly in front of you guys, because let's just say I've spent the past week training music skills on my other character, and I've been working on that for hours. There are skills that you literally work on for hours and weeks, and I've already said this. And unless you're really interested in a specific skill, like I'll probably show you when I rank up, and I'll probably do like a quick recording and then smush it all together to show you how to train such and such skills, probably like show you the ranks up and everything. Like a compilation, because I figured out how to split videos and everything. Yes, I am slowly learning how to do this properly. I may eventually be able to do it right. Yay, a potion that won't really be useful. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. Just leave comments down below if you want to figure out stuff like that. I'm explaining the training and everything with like the red stuff down below because it shows you what skills and everything you'll be training as you're going through. But you'll be training sword mastery and windmill and combat mastery. And in the beginning, with a lot of basic skill sets, you're training multiple skills at once. With close combat, you're usually training probably your armor, your type of weapon, combat mastery, and windmill, and if you're lucky, critical hit. So you're going to be training up to 5 skills at once while you're in battle. And that adds up really quickly. So you need to decide which skills are most important to you so you can focus your AP on them. And I'll kind of explain that more when I start specifically focusing on certain skills, probably in a couple of later episodes, so that it makes more sense. Because I was trying to explain kind of skills and everything, because that's what that red print is down there below. The blueprint is just parties and everything, and that's just because I'm on an MMO and it's constantly having people go back and forth with everything. So yeah, that's that basic stuff as my character gets launched across the screen again. I do have to say, and I know this is a random thought, I do love this area, and I think it's in one of the castles. Okay, it's in Tara Castle apparently, or at least that's what it's designed after. And I love just how it looks. It looks really pretty for a battle area, in my opinion. And I fail windmill. Yay! Because I like the detail in the middle of the room and everything, and then the tile marble look. It's one of my favorite areas because of that, but I never really care for the training missions because it's boring and it's just the basics over and over. And then, of course, you have to just test it out. But yeah, that's the cool symbol in the middle. And there's more little enemies you get to destroy. And I think we're almost done. I think probably a couple more raids of this, and then we'll probably be done with this particular... Yeah. And I think that this will probably be it for the video after probably the tutorials. I'm sorry that I did like one mission in one video and then a bunch of tutorials. It's just the beginning of the game, and I promise it will get more interesting, especially when we actually do go headlong into Generation 1. We just started it, and I believe that there's a bunch more dungeons and storyline to go. Well, and then there's a bunch more generations to go, but you get to watch my character be beaten the hell out of by dummies, so that's always fun. Not really. I know I'm not very funny either. Blame the caffeine. And the lack of sleep. Because I've already explained that. Yay! Shoes. I don't actually know if I get to keep those shoes. I can't remember if I do or not. I'll have to... If I don't check my inventory in the video, I will have to check... Or in the next few videos, I will have to check it when I go back in. Because I really can't remember. I also had the weirdest thought. I need to check how expensive that wig is. I wonder what my character would look like with a bald head wig. I may buy that from Walter. I found out that he had it like a couple days ago when I was getting my harp repaired on my main character. And I said, that's the most ridiculous wig ever. Why would you want that? And it's like, I just realized why. Because you want to make your character look ridiculous, of course. Because you want to make your character look fun and either stylish or ridiculous or whatever. Because there are outfits that make your character look like a little kid, like dressed up as a duck or something. I think they have a duck and a bear and stuff like that. You can make your character look really pretty in gowns or armor for guys or suits. And, huh? They also have armor for girls too, but I was just trying to think of like a mix. But yeah, they have a lot of costumes, and I don't have that much male costumes, and my character is broke. So as I play through, you'll watch how the characters' costumes change. I kind of like the basic wear they give in the beginning, and I think in later episodes, from my memory, I got some armor, which I'll probably see if I can dye, because I don't think I really cared for the colors. I can't really remember though. This is what happens when I don't upload regularly. I need to start doing that more. I know, I just revealed I hadn't been uploading regularly, but then again, you can see the date at the bottom of my screen. It's in the corner. But yeah. Um, but it should be amusing. It's fun to collect the clothes. Um, I don't really think I'm ever really going to sell any unless I get a gachapon and I don't really like the item, because I just like to be a collector. Yay! We finished another quest objective! Woo! I'm overly excited for no damn reason. And I think this is the end of the video. Yes, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching my content. I am sorry if it was boring as hell. Please like and subscribe if you wish to see more, because I do promise it will get better. I'm still figuring out how this works, and yeah. I'm just figuring out how this goes, and it looks like I'm just about to sign off. So, bye-bye.